Well, it seems like it's a long time since I've recorded this. It also seems like it's a long time since I ordered this. I ordered this just after Japan had started shipping after lockdown. And they said they would ship to UK Japan mail. And I ordered it, and then they said it had been dispatched. And then afterwards, it said we're not shipping to UK. And it's said that they've not been shipping to Spider-Map's house for about the last 6-7 weeks. Last week it suddenly changed and said we can ship to the UK again, and then a few days later this arrived. So what's it coming? Look, oh, new knife. Oh, look at that. Open this then. Didn't get any customs on it, and it was quite cheap to ship actually, but not cheap to ship by DHL, so I'm glad they hung on to it and didn't send me a big bill. Okay, so it just feels very heavy. So it's a DS Lite. It said it didn't have battery. It said it wasn't working. In fact, they advertised it as junk, but actually it looks quite interesting little elastic band. Yeah, advertised as junk, but actually it looks quite nice. Has it got a battery in it? Ooh. It has got a battery in it. That's good. Alright, so this is I forgot what was wrong with it, but it got a faulty hinge. Definitely a faulty hinge there, which is a pity because this is in good nick. Does it turn on? Yeah, it turns on. I think on DSs you can actually change it from Japanese to English. I'll have a play with that in a bit. But what I actually wanted to use this for, I mean, this is spotless. This screen is lovely. That screen at the bottom is lovely. I'll show you what. Do you remember I changed the power button on this one because I destroyed the power button? But have a look at this. Don't know whether you can see that. Let's zoom in. And you see how that bottom is flickering. You can probably just see it. I'm not sure whether that is the board or that is the screen. So I thought I'd buy one of these with a broken screen and harvest the screen. So this screen looks fine. This should be alright. Oh look, this screen's almost gone. So I'm definitely going to need to change that. There is no DS card inserted. Right, so it might just be that this DS has got a faulty socket as well. But like I said, I'm just after this bottom screen to replace this screen, so probably do that. Maybe I'll do this in a different video. Take this apart, harvest the screen, pop it into this one. Okay, so I'm going to just try this. I'm going to try and boot from this bottom screen's playing up, but I'm just going to take the back off, and I'm just going to push the cable in just in case there's a cable, it's a cable that's having an issue with this. So yeah, so let's sit back and open this up. Okay, let's remove that. So So let's put the battery back in and just see what the screen is doing. Right, so screen's still flickering like mad. And what happens if I touch this? Okay, so I think that's definitely playing up. It's not, doesn't seem to be anything to do with the cable or the connection. Okay, so let's gently okay, so I'm going to treat this carefully and gently because it could be the motherboard that's gone on this. It might not be this at all, so I don't want to ruin the screen just in case, but we've got the Japanese screen to play with. So let's take out the Japanese screen now. Might be able to do this better than the other. It's so long since I've taken one of these apart. That's very squidgy, rubbery. Okay, so take out the normal Phillips. Out the feet. Is that all the Phillips? I think so. I always get it mixed up, so let's change to the tri-wing. Oh. Every time, so that is the Phillips underneath the feet. You're probably telling me that. Anyone who's into this sort of malarkey. Now let's change it to the tri-wing for the others. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, I think that's it. Never quite sure, can never remember. Let's just get into there. Get into somewhere. There we go. Like if possible, I like to keep the shoulder buttons in place, but most of the time you never get away with that. Oh, I've forgotten that one. Always forget the cartridge slot one as well. Ooh. There you go, right. That's better. Okay, I'm always very happy if I can do this without losing those buttons, but I'm still going to take the board out, so those buttons are going to be off, so I may as well take them off anyway. This is just a donor machine, hopefully, but while we're here, I'll be interested just to look at the slot. I mean, this here, that all looks okay, well soldered. So whether there's a pin in there that's not working, maybe that's another repair that I can attempt another time. So let's take the screen off this. I did this wrong the last time. I was pulling at the wrong bit, but let's see if I can just get in here. Prefer not to take everything apart if I can help it. Okay, then standard screw for here. Okay, push that in, pop that out. Alright, so set that aside, my DS, my Japanese one. And maybe the best thing to do is to just try this, do the similar thing, just mount this as much as I can. Notice my water detector's gone off there, never noticed that. I'm not worried about that. As you can see, the board seemed to work, so pop that in there. Push down the latch. I think I'm just going to attempt this without putting the touch screen in, because the touch screen is quite a hard thing to do anyway, where it's fiddly, so may as well just see if it works first. So let's pop the battery in, if I've got that right, and hit the on switch. That definitely looks like a better screen, doesn't it? Okay, let's turn him off. So it looks like this screen has been worth the investment and the wait from Japan. So let's pop him back in there. Okay, that was a struggle. I put little bits of silicone wire sheath just over the end of these tweezers, and they're better that way for gripping these cables. But just because I still don't trust it, I'm going to try it again. So let's put that there. The broken case. Turn on the power. And just check that the touchscreen still works, or does work. You must, before you, okay, yes, so yeah, so we've got touchscreen working. So it's just a case of putting all this back together again now. Now I think actually I've done something wrong. I shouldn't have put that white cable in the centre there, because that's where the other pin goes. So let's just move. Just move him to behind that. It's better. It was quite satisfying how that went down then. So hopefully that's all seated correctly. So put the crosshead in there. Should hold it in. And I think I can put that one in. I think that's the one that you can access through the case. I always take it out, and you don't really need to. Okay, yeah, because that's the one. Yeah, you can get it through the case, so that's fine. All right, so there's that bit. Now, what are my shoulder buttons doing? So my shoulder buttons are okay, but I think I have to take them out, don't I? Yeah, because I have to put them in there to get the springs right. Another job I don't enjoy doing with DSs, but there you go. I wanted to do this, so I may as well do it. There's one shoulder hinge, and there's the other. And there. Now, what are the other things you've got to remember? So the really important bit is we make sure that this power button is in the same position as the power button. Now the power button's on a spring here, so the power button should always be down the bottom. So that at the moment is down towards, well, towards the centre of the case. So I'm pushing that power button towards the centre of the case. And I've also got to just watch the volume as well. So I'm going to push the volume again to the centre of the case and make sure that the volume here is pushed towards the centre. Then I hope you're going to tell me what screws I've missed out or what I've forgotten. But there you go. In that went quite smoothly. So let's, oh, on this one, this does have tri-wings on this one, but that's probably me that's done it wrong. So let's put the tri-wings back in there. Not really catching very well. Let's just try this manually. That one is, and that's cross-threaded somehow down there. I did notice there was a blob of plastic on the edge of that, so maybe it's got a bit too hot as it's gone in. That's probably why the case hinge is broken. Okay, that other tri-wing went in disturbingly too quick. Okay, but it went in nonetheless. And then let's do the other tries in the corners. Alright, swap over to the crosshead, and I think this is the one that's slightly brassy coloured that goes in this top corner of the battery case. Okay, now I can do the battery. Make sure the switches are okay, yeah, and the volume is okay. Let's just put the battery back in. And a note on this case. Oh no, it's alright. Yeah, that's all right. I thought I was missing a screw on that, but no. All right, so this should be, before you begin, you must adjust the system settings. All right, so if I had a stylus and didn't have fat fingers, I would type Spider-Math in there. So there's my see-through DS with a replaced power button and a replacement screen, which I got from Japan for you. And if I have another bottom screen, and might be able to reconfig that Japan for you as well, or maybe not, because this one had a faulty cartridge, so probably not. It's probably cheaper for me to just buy. You can pick up the motherboards for about £4 or £5, probably cheaper for me to buy that and do it that way. go to that, go to settings. Touchscreen is working. International, and I can change it to English and select language set to English. Excellent. See that crunch then? That was this aftermarket fantastic transparent case breaking.